friends, I'm happy to share this tutorial where I give you some tips on my art. Many of you ask me if I'm a quilter. Well, I'm not, but I use the same fabrics you use for quilting purposes. The base is a foam board, but let's see step by step what you need. A high density foam board, 3 or 4 centimeters thick. A craft knife, like this, like X-Acto for example. A pencil. Scissors, fabric scraps, hot glue, glue sticks of course, and trimming. To give you an idea and work fast, today I will use a small board. This is 2 centimeters thick, and so the first thing is to take your foam board and choose the design. Normally, since I like drawing, I take the pencil and I draw something on the foam. But if you don't like drawing, or if you are, a bit lazy, you can choose a design from a website or from a book, print it, and pin it directly on the foam. So let's say that today I will draw a landscape. Okay, as you will see, this is a very simple design. This is a tree and, a very simple landscape. If you wish, you can also highlight this design with a marker or with a darker pen or a pencil. But take into account that you will see through if you have very light colored fabrics. So, after completing your design, you have to take the craft knife and you cut all over your design. Cut approximately ½ centimeters in depth. If you choose a high density foam, then you will have less problems because when you cut, it will be hard, rigid. If you take a foam which is not high density, it might get damaged. So cut all over your design, and when you're finished with the design, you cut also here, half depth, all over the shape of your foam board. Okay, we are finished. I have all my cuts here and over the shape. Now let's start with the fabrics. So I take the first piece of fabric. Normally I will start from this tree, let's say, and I will use this one. This is, I'm sure that many of you will recognize these fabrics are cafe facet fabrics, as you can see. And you will recognize this since you use them for your quilts. So, I take the fabric. I can also choose to cut a small piece of it or to take my fat quarter and I place it over the foam board. When it's over it, I take normally, if you see, the blade, I use it for cutting, of course. I choose the other part of the blade so it doesn't cut the fabric. But if you wish, you can also use a nail file or a credit card or a butter knife to push the fabric into the cut line. So you check where your design was. As you can see, I have here, I have to do my tree. So I go over and I start pushing the fabric like that. I check where my design was. And I go over the design. Okay, I check again. Please pay attention because you shouldn't try to avoid any wrinkles, but you have time to remove them. I take my fabric and I push it also here. Okay, so let's see that a part of the work has been done. Now I push it better here. Here I will do it after I cut the fabric. Okay, so when I have placed most of the fabric on it, I take the scissors, okay, and I cut the extra fabric. I leave, let's say, a few millimeters from my cut line, like that. I pay attention not to go out of my design, and here, if I cut it rounded like that, it will be easier for me to remove all the wrinkles. I take the extra fabric here. Don't worry if you're not that precise, you will be able to push the fabric into the cut line, so in the end you don't have to see any fabric left. So don't worry if the cut is not perfect, okay? So I take, you will have something like that, and I take again my tool and I push it in the lines, into the fold. Okay, so you do it very, I will try to be faster, but you will do it as you like. The important thing is that you follow your design, and all the fabric, the extra fabric that you have, has to disappear. If you have something rounded like this, to avoid any wrinkles, I normally take my scissor and do some cuts here, small cuts, that will enable me to take the fabric and, you know, remove the wrinkles here in the rounded areas. So I also put the fabric here. As you can see, there is no extra fabric left, and you push it. Okay. Okay. Also here, don't worry if it's not really half of it, because then we will have our trimming that will help us. Here where I have the corner, I push the fabric like that and I fold it. Okay. So I'm almost finished with my the tree base. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I have my tree, I have no wrinkles. This is the heaviest part because it's rounded, but don't worry, I'm sure you will be able to do it. You see, no wrinkles. Since it's not glued, if you see that the fabric is not perfectly placed, you can take your tool and push it better like that. Okay? Okay, so you do this step for all the parts, the sections of your design until the full design is finished. part of the panel, so it was very easy, I hope so. And now I choose a fabric for the back part and I place it over. Okay, so I finished also the back part of the foam board. Okay, it's finished. I fold the last corner. And that's it. So you have front part completed, and also you have the back part. And now let's complete with the trimming all over the shape of your panel. I did the trimming. Take the hot glue gun and I start here. I will start here. In that way you will not see the cut line on the shape of your foam board. So normally when you're almost finished, here I put a little bit of glue here. I push it because it's very hot, so I push it with my tool, with my cutting tool, with my X-Acto, so that you have, it's plain like the other parts and you cannot even recognize where the trimming is cut. So I push a little bit and that's it. Okay, so it's finished and completed, and normally I place a hook here on the back part to hang it, or you can decide to leave it like that. I mean, you can choose any other option you wish. Well, that's all for now. Hope you liked it. Share your comments on the group page, or you can follow my work on labottegadellenebie.blogspot.com, and you may find the translate button on the right side of the page on the bar. So thank you for all your support and energy. Thank you very much, everyone, and hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Thank you.